Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I hope everybody is doing well. Let's see here. Just gonna wait until you guys pop on. I think I'm a minute late. I'm sorry. Let's see, I have some viewers. Let's see who's on here. Go ahead and say hi so I know who's on. There we are. Hello, Amy. Hello, Donna. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. I'm so happy you guys can join me. I'm so excited. Hi, Diane. Yay. Oh, thank you, Amy. I haven't worn this one yet, and I forget the name of it. It's it's all together. It's 3 pieces. And then, of course, the birthstone. I went nuts this month with the birthstones. Hello. Everybody survived the snow today, I see. Yuck. Who else says yuck to the snow? I'm ready for spring. Ugh. So, I have a card tonight. It's pretty. I really like it. I'm going to do some embossing. I haven't done embossing with you guys in a long time. So, I'm going to show you guys. It's a new product that drops tomorrow. I've hinted to you guys in my last couple of lives about it. I've actually showed you guys the products. So if you haven't received the products, then it's probably because you're a customer. Hot Mess Tuesday, tomorrow you will be able to purchase the products if you're a customer. If you're a demonstrator, like everybody who's on here tonight, you guys have already purchased the products. We got to purchase them a month ago. Yeah, I know. And my plants were acting, Donna says she got excited when I was acting like spring. And all my plants were poking up. And I'm like, you guys, you better get down in that ground because we're not done. We are going to pay for the nice winter we had. But yeah, I'm super excited about the products. Hello, Irresistible Sweet, and a couple other products. I'm going to show you everything tonight. It's a lot of fun. But before we head on down and do some crafting, Sale-A-Bration is ending today. Last day of Sale-A-Bration. Who is sad? I'm totally sad, but I'm ready to move forward and get on with new products and the catalog, you guys, seeing how it's all my team here. We get to view the catalog the end of March. I don't know the exact date, but we get to view it. I'm so excited, and then we'll be able to put our order in April 1st. So I'm so, a 3-foot drift in your driveway, yuck. I don't like the snow. Was the wind making snowballs again? I remember your last time we had snow, you posted how the wind was pushing snowballs around. It was pretty windy out today too. So Sale-A-Bration is, I feel like you guys are looking at my forehead. Sale-A-Bration is over with today. You can still get your orders in. You can still get your free products, but you have to get them in tonight, by the end of tonight. So get your orders in, get your free products. There was new products dropped February 1st. So if you guys aren't aware of that, they were dropped on February 1st. And so you got a whole bunch of stuff to pick from. I didn't go in and look, but somebody said the Dainty Flowers paper is gone. So, but I haven't looked to confirm whether that was gone or not. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. Oh, Donna, you got rain, so it took away all your snow. That's about what we had. We had about 4 inches, and then we still have 4 inches. So we didn't get the rain to take it away. So Sale-A-Bration, joining my team, if you guys had ever thought about joining Stampin' Up, now is the time to join. It is, well, today, this is it. It is an incredible deal right now going on. I've told you guys about this. So I want you guys to be aware. Today is the last day for it. There's 3 options. $129. You can pick the blue boho mini or the white mini. I almost call it the white boho mini. No, blue boho mini or the white mini stamp cut and emboss machines for $129, and you can add $175 worth of products to your starter kit. That's whatever you put in there, and then Stampin' Up! Will also give you a paper pumpkin kit, some business supplies, and free shipping. So it's an awesome deal. If you don't want the mini machine, you can go for $99. That will be the same $175 worth of products. You put in there, you pick them out. Free paper pumpkin, free business supplies, and free shipping. So it's an incredible deal. You only have until tonight. I'd love for you guys to be on the team. I know all my team ladies that are on right now would love for you to be on the team. We have a fun team. We are coming into March, so we're going to start our March swaps. And we do swaps every month, and it's a lot of fun. We do card swaps, so lots of fun. But that deal it's gone as of tonight. So tomorrow morning, March 1st, that stuff will be over with. So that's a bummer. And if you spend $300 at my shop, you can earn the free Scenic Gardens, I think it's called, stamp set. But that, again, that ends tonight. So all these great deals are going away tonight. So I think that's it that I want to talk to you guys about. Make sure you guys are aware of Saleabration. If you've been watching me, you're probably so sick and tired of my spiel about Saleabration, but I just want you guys to be aware. So if you're new and you have no idea and you're watching this tonight, February 28th, you can go in and take advantage of these deals. If you're watching it afterwards, sorry. All right, let's go ahead and turn you guys down. Let's see. Gotta see. I think my camera thing is too far down. Let me just adjust. I'm sorry. All right, who's seasick yet? All right, let's see where we're at with that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Move you over a little bit and zoom you in. And then I think you guys will be upside down. There we go. All right. That looks good, you guys, right? You guys can see that. That looks pretty good. All right. So let me show you guys. I've got a few card samples tonight. Who else is on here? Is anybody else on here? It's just us, huh? Just the 4 of us. Here's the card we're gonna make tonight. Look at how pretty, you guys. Have you guys been playing with this set? Because I'm pretty sure you all have this set. Donna, I don't know, you might not have it yet, but have you guys been doing anything with the Irresistible Blooms? I just can't stop playing with it. I'm not a flower person, but these flowers are super, super pretty. So yeah, I just love the white on the back, on the black background. So let me show you guys. This is the set, Irresistible Blooms. It's an awesome stamp set. I love the fonts. You haven't done anything with it yet? Amy, you haven't used yours yet either? Come on, guys, come on. What are you doing? Working? And, you know. But when you guys get a chance, once you guys start playing with it, you're going to, like, not want to play with anything else. And I'm not a flower person. I don't really usually go towards the flowers, but these flowers are pretty. I find that I tend to like the bigger flowers, and I think that's why I like this set. Yeah, the fonts are awesome. I love the fonts. I love the twirly, squirrely things on the fonts, and it's a good one to have in your selection because it's a birthday one. You can just say hello, thank you, friend, and then I like you. So it's really, really nice. Diane, you haven't either. Oh my gosh, you guys. Well, hopefully after tonight, you guys will, you're working on Easter. You guys will see my cards, some of the cards that I made, and you guys will want to do something with it. So it comes with dies that you can purchase. So you can purchase them separately, or you can purchase them together. So here are the dies. The dies are awesome. In my card, if you guys can see that background right there, this is coming from this die here. So you have the dies that'll cut out the 2 large flowers, and then your leaves right here, these 3 leaves. And then you have, this cuts out a beautiful design in your card, which I'll show you. Like I said, I have some samples I've been working on. And then this cuts out the cuts out leaves with the those cut out of it. So, and then you have these little pieces here. So it's super pretty. With the St. Patrick's Day, I haven't even started my St. Patrick's Day ones. I think I'm going to send St. Patrick's Day cards out. I never do. But tomorrow, all this stuff is dropping. So let me just go over that before we get down to the nitty-gritty of our card. This is a suite. It's called the Hello Irresistible Suite. So you get the stamp set, the dies, the loose frosted dots, which I didn't have them last time. I couldn't find them. But, oh, here they are. I've been using them. They're super pretty. There was a lot more in here, but I've been using them like crazy. Usually I'm not one to go to these things. I like the embellishments that already have the glue on the bottom, so I don't have to mess around with them. And then what else is in that suite? The paper. Oh my gosh. I just went and ordered another pack of this paper because I'm going through it like crazy. So it's super pretty. There is Pretty Peacock, which I wish I still had some Pretty Peacock. That's an old color. I think you guys were all around for Pretty Peacock. It's super pretty. I'm so excited it's coming back. And then your papers are just so pretty. I don't know where's the bottom that tells what coordinates with them. I just had it. Well, I don't know where the bottom piece is, which tells you what coordinates with them. But you guys can see the beautiful colors. There's another color in here, Lost Laguna. I don't even remember that one, or Lost Lagoon. And I guess that must be coming back because it's coordinating. This paper coordinates with that. But I don't know where. I don't know. So anyways, this paper, I can't recommend this paper enough. Oh yeah, Amy, I know you've always loved that Pretty Peacock. I remember when you first were talking to me about crafting and all that, you really were like, oh, those colors. And there was that beautiful paper that had that Pretty Peacock. It was a Christmas one. Remember that? Oh, so pretty. You probably still have some of that. Hi, Roseanne. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. This paper is just pretty. So I'm telling you guys, get this paper. Get a couple packs of it because I had to go back for seconds. Kind of like you do with dinner. Got to go back for seconds. So with this card, I didn't stamp these. These are part of the designer series paper. So you can see I cut them all out. And I can use, you can see here, you can cut those out too. Because you have that die in there that'll cut those out. But I didn't cut those out because I didn't need them. But I will cut them out later. Yeah, the ornament cards. Yep, and you were hooked. You haven't turned back. I remember that. You were talking to me one day. We talked the whole day. We were talking about this and that, and you were asking me all kinds of crafting questions, and we were looking for those ornaments, and they were retired. And then I think I helped find you something that was similar. So this is the designer series paper that I use to cut out these two flowers here. So your dies will match up nicely. This is the large and the small flowers. You also have in there, you have this, the leaves that you can cut out. So they really do have some options. I know some people said, you know, they don't like to cut their paper using the dies because they waste it. I don't think it's a waste. If you're using it, I mean, look at how beautiful that is, cutting that out. I don't think anything is a waste. It's what you do with it. So, oh, there's one of those little parts of the flower. So there's that. That's the whole suite. The paper, the dies, the stamps, and the loose frosted dots. And then there's this naturally gilded 12 by 12 paper. I haven't done anything with that yet, but it's super pretty. It's copper. Wait, what colors are in here? I think it's copper, gold, silver, and very vanilla pieces. So it's really pretty. There's 6 pieces, 2 of each. There's no back design to it. It's just plain white on the back. So that's going to be available tomorrow. And also these embossing folders. Now don't miss these embossing folders, guys. There's 3 of them. You get 3 in a pack. They're the basic 3D embossing folders. So I went and embossed them so you guys could see them, because it's kind of hard to pick up what they look like. So I embossed them on darker paper, so hopefully the camera will pick them up. So this one I think is my favorite right now. This is what it looks like. I don't even know if the camera's picking that up, but it's super soft and subtle in there in the background. It almost reminds me of a basket, like an Easter basket. So I'm thinking maybe some Easter cards this folder might work well with. And it's only $10. No. Yeah, they're $10 each. So it's $30 for all 3 of the embossing folders, which is about on par for one embossing folder. So here's the other one with the dots. This one reminds me of an Easter basket. I don't know. I think I got Easter on my brain. Donna. Well, I'm happy you got those embossing folders because they are awesome. You're going to love them. So you can see the depth too in there. It really pops everything out. And then this guy here, it reminds me of an older kitchen where the ceiling, I don't know if you guys can see it, where they had that ceiling texture on like a kitchen back in like the 60s maybe. Or it's starfish. So I don't really know how I feel about this one, but there it is. So I guess the camera kind of picks it up pretty good for you guys. So those folders are awesome. So don't miss out on those folders. And then the other new product that's coming out is this classic letters stamp set. So I haven't done anything with this yet either because I can't stop playing with it. The Hello Irresistible. But these are capital letters, and it's quite a big set. The letters are pretty good size. So there's my finger, and there's how big the letters are. So they're pretty good size, those letters. So I've seen a couple of people do some things with them. There's no dies. It's just the stamps, and they're photopolymer. Yeah, the kitchen ceiling. See, it reminds me of the kitchen ceiling. So those products are all coming out tomorrow, unless you guys are demos and you got your hands on them already. So let's go ahead and make this awesome card now that I've showed you guys everything. So I've taken, and I've already pre-cut and don't let me forget to show you guys the other cards at the end of the video. Let me put them over here. So I cut 2 of these out already. So this is how this is going to cut out. It doesn't cut into your paper. It cuts right out, and you have to be careful when you're peeling it. But if you use your Take-A-Pick tool and use the little holes in here, you can see there's a ton of holes, and just take your Take-A-Pick tool and pop in those holes. That'll pull that paper out, and just be careful when you're pulling it. I was a little confused at first when I first did it. I didn't know how it was going to cut out, And it actually looks like those beaded curtains that you see in different places. So it's super pretty. And I didn't use the, oh, I forget the adhesive sheets. I didn't use the adhesive sheets on here. The liquid glue actually works pretty well because you have these big circles and stuff on there. So I didn't feel that I needed the adhesive sheets, but you could use them on this and it would be stick it once and done. But so I have the flowers already cut out. And let's get to the embossing part. So here's my card. So what I did to emboss this, let me just bring in my embossing buddy first off. So you guys, there is an additions, embossing additions toolkit that is available. You get the tray, you get the tweezers, you get the paintbrush, and you get the embossing buddy. This is for your strays for your embossing powder. So I'm going to use this to dump my embossing powder in. I am using white embossing powder, and I'm just going to take my embossing buddy and rub it on the front of my card. And then what I did was I took my large flower and kind of laid it down to see exactly where I want it. And then I'm going to bring in my Versamark ink. And I'm going to stamp the no, I'm not stamping the large flower. I'm stamping the leaves. I almost pulled the flower out. So I'm going to take the 2 sets of leaves. I'm not using the smallest one. I don't know what's on there, but there's that small one right there. I'm not using that one. I'm just using these 2. Oh, that's awesome, Amy. I have some older Stampin' Up stuff too that I just can't believe how long I've had it. Just goes to show you the quality of the products. So you don't need the new tool because you have one of the older. So I'm just inking this up with my Versamark, and then I'm going to move my flower because I kind of see where I want this, and I'm going to ink this up right about here. And I'm going to leave this on here a little bit longer than I normally would. Your heat tool too? Oh wow, mine burned out, but it took a long time for it to burn out. That's awesome that you still have your heating tool. So that should be good. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want that halo effect. So I want to make sure I didn't press too hard. Yay. And then I'm going to take this one. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it because the camera's not really, I don't know if you can see the leaf on there. But I'm going to kind of line this up here. I'm not going to set it down just so I can get an idea of where I want that other leaf. I think I want it right about here. And then I'm going to take this leaf again. I'm going to kind of eyeball it with where I want this. And if it's not perfect, no big deal. That's why it's homemade. So we're just stamping just those 3. And then I'm going to take and stamp out the hello. And you have a little bit of time before the Versamark ink, it stays wet for a while. And then I'm just going to stamp this right in this corner. All right, so now I'm going to close up my Versamark, and I'm going to bring in my little tray here and my white embossing powder. And I'm just going to dump it over the top here. Oh, I did get a halo effect, you guys. So I'm just going to flick it a little. And you can see, which I'm kind of glad because I'll show you. So the paintbrush that you get in your additions toolkit is quite large. I just threw mine across the room. Hold on. There it is. I have a smaller one with a smaller tip in it for these small little strays. So if you guys can see, I did aggressively stamp. So I do have that halo effect, but I can take care of that with the paintbrush. Then I'll just flick it again and just brush away those couple of pieces. So there, I took care of it, no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and, actually let me get that out of the way. I'm going to put my embossing powder away. Hi Tracy, welcome. Happy Tuesday. I almost said Thursday. Now I'm going to use that larger brush that came with my toolkit, and I'm just going to brush everything down in. I like this because it keeps everything contained. And it's super easy to clean out. It's also nice if you're using embellishments and you're using a bunch of them, you can dump them right in here. And then you will have, they're out of the small container that they come in, and they're enclosed in this area. So I find it easier with the embellishments. Like I said, if you're working on them and you're using a bunch of them, it's quite hard sometimes to get them out of them little containers. So let's bring, oh, I almost put my finger right in that. Hello. I'm going to just wipe off my stamps over here from the Versamark. And now I'm going to bring in my heating tool. So with the heating tool, there's two settings on this. Setting 1 and setting 2. Setting 1 is more for drying, like drying your inks, stuff like that. The setting 2 is for embossing. So it's going to get a little loud, but it shouldn't take long to emboss. I'm going to turn this on, let it heat up for 10 seconds or so, and then aim it down at my project. So this is my favorite. I love embossing. So once that gets warmed up a little bit, you're just going to aim your tool down at your project. You just want to keep it away from your fingers because it does get quite hot. But you guys can see, hopefully, that it's heating up and it's turning the embossing powder to a bright white. So, and you don't want to leave it on too long. You'll know when it's ready. When it turns bright white, and then it's pretty much done. And I'm going to do this side here. I love the white embossing powder. It's so bold. It just really makes a statement. So that's all there is to that. So that's easy to do the embossing. Anybody can do the embossing. I know some people are scared of embossing. They think it's a lot to handle, but it's not. It's really easy to do. And if you don't do it, you'll never get the hang of it. You'll never know if you can do it or not, which everybody pretty much can emboss. So let's bring in our other pieces. So I'm using Flirty Flamingo as my card base. because that is one of the coordinating colors. Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Soft Seafoam. Such pretty colors. Donna, I'm sure you don't always mess it up. I'm sure you do fine. We are our worst critics. So with this, I cut a piece of designer series paper and a piece of the basic black. So before we glue any of this down, I'm going to take my designer series paper and I'm going to bring these guys in that I cut, pre-cut, so you can see they're bigger than the paper. So we're going to have to trim them down, but it's easier to glue them on first. And I did cut these out of, oh, what is that paper? That shiny paper. You should probably practice more, Donna. I think you would love embossing once you got the hang of it better. It took me a little bit to get used to embossing, but now I just love it. Diane, you love to emboss. It's fun embossing. I don't know, it just makes your projects just stand right out. So yeah, so I cut this out of the, oh, what is that shiny paper, you guys? Help me, help me. And I'm using, I got this from Deb. You guys know Deb. She gave me this. It is the best thing. Your glue, multi-liquid glue will work too. The tip is small enough, but I mean, I use this all the time for these little things. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on these circles here. Not a ton, just a little bit. You don't have to worry about going on the lines here. Your glue, or your circles have enough glue. So if this is something that bothers you or whatever, then you could do the sheets, the adhesive sheets. Shimmery white. Thank you, Donna. Donna to my rescue. I had it kind of, I was like, that shimmery stuff. I used to, when I first started doing my lives, I wrote everything down on a piece of paper behind me. All of the products, everything, because I would get so tongue-tied. And now I've been doing them for so long. I still get tongue-tied, but it's a lot easier. Plus, I have my Donna here to help me. Diane and Amy, you guys help too. I'd be lost without you, ladies. So, this is going to take the most time, as you guys can tell. And I'm probably going a little crazy. I probably don't need to do every circle, but okay, so this is the tricky part. Flipping it over and then putting it down. So I put one at the top and then one's going to go on the bottom. There we go. All right, I think that's good enough. And don't worry if there's some sticking up. We're going to be putting that piece of black paper that we embossed on over it. So we're going to do the same thing for this guy. Just got to make sure. There we go. Oh, I didn't poke out that piece there, did I? I don't know where Deb got these little things, but they're awesome. Amy. I so look forward to my Tuesday night lives crafting with you ladies. At first, when I first started doing my lives, I was like, great, nobody's here. It's just me and myself, Party for One. It took a while for people to start watching me. I did my first YouTube live. I didn't tell anybody. I wanted to see how it would go if I just logged on. I have way more followers over on my YouTube channel. And I did my first live, YouTube live, Monday afternoon at 1. I know it's kind of a wonky time. But I really wasn't expecting much. I just wanted to get it under my belt. I wanted to see what the deal was with YouTube because it's different than Facebook. And I had 0 watchers for the most part. It was a 40 minute video. And towards the end, somebody popped on. And I don't know who. I love our Tuesday nights too. I don't know who it was. It was I think it was a scammer account. And they're like, wow, basically called me a loser because I was doing my YouTube live to no one. I'm like, and I'm not quick enough. If I would have been quick enough, I could have been like, well, you're watching me. I'm not doing it for no one. And she was just cutting me up like, why bother? Why don't you wait until you have more followers? I was like, lady, I was letting her get under my skin though. And I'm like, nope. So I asked my son, because I didn't know how to block her comments. And I don't want somebody on commenting and being all rude, especially if they start swearing. So I had to ask my tech guy, how the heck do I get rid of this person? So we figured it out, and I can give them a timeout, or I can block them, or I can delete them. So this is my, yeah, exactly, Donna. This is how it'll look. So what you're going to do is take your paper snips and just trim off the ends here. So I go from the back, and I just trim those right off. There we go. So there's all them little pieces there. I should get my little vacuum out. I have a little vacuum. I love my vacuum. This little guy here, I got him on Amazon, and they're super cute. They run on batteries, and you just put the little batteries in. And I think all of my team has one, except my new team member. She'll have to get one. So there is that guy. So now we can glue this onto this black piece here. So I cut this piece at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So yeah, they're nice, those little vacuums. They work awesome for all those little pieces of paper, the embossing powder. If you spill it, glitter, they work awesome. And I like that they run on batteries. So where is my tape, you guys? There it is. So I'm going to use some seal and stamp. Seal and stamp? Is that right? No, stamp and seal. I'm going to use some stamp and seal. And I'm just going to anchor that onto that piece there. See that backside? It's so pretty. So this is going to just give that just enough of a little bit of a border of that basic black behind there. Look at that. See how pretty? And then let's glue this right onto our card base. I love how that pops. Again, I'm just going to use the stamp and seal. Stamp and seal, not seal and stamp. There you go. And then this guy is going to go right over the top. We're going to glue this down before we put our flowers on, I guess. That looks about right there. So see how that just pops out? I love the contrast between the two colors. Isn't it? I love it. I love the color combo. And then the flowers will be our next piece. So, oh, and you know what else? You guys can't see it on here. I forgot to do it on here. I took, and I wasn't going to do it for my video anyways because you can barely see it. But I took in here, in that stamp set, this, and before I glued it down, I did Versamark ink, and I just went over the whole top of it after you do your embossing. And it gives it a little bit of texture in the background, but there's not a lot. If I would have thought about it, I could have embossed it. But I think the card is pretty. You don't need much on this card. So you're going to glue your larger flower down first. And I'm just using Stampin' Seal. And then our smaller flower. Just like so. And then we're going to put our Very Vanilla on the inside. Of course, you guys know 5 1/4 by 4 just frames up your card nicely. I'm in the habit of doing this now. It just makes your card just nice on the inside. So there is the card, and we're going to do the final touch is going to be these loose frosted dots. No, the Versamark does not stay sticky. It does dry, and it stays sticky for a little bit, so you can do your embossing powder and stuff. I'm not quite sure how long, but it dries fairly quickly. And when it's on top, it gives that watermark look. Like I said, it's really hard to see on this, so I'm not even going to bother to do that. And then I found with these guys, your Take-A-Pick tool works great. Where is my glue? So I'm going to bring back in my glue. Again, you can use your regular glue there, your liquid glue. Of course, I like this one here. So I'm just going to take one of these, and I'm going to add the glue to the bottom, and I'm going to be very careful when doing it because it only needs a little. And then I'm just going to stick this, oh crud. Well, I'm going to stick that one there, and I have glue for my next piece. I'm going to stick, let's see, what do we want to do? Let's do this little blue one here. That worked out actually pretty good, you guys. And then I'm going to take a bigger pink one. And you just need a little bit of that glue. I'll put that right in the corner down there. And that Take-A-Pick tool really works great. So that is the card. Isn't that card pretty? I just love the stamp set. I cannot brag enough about this stamp set. So there's the card. So there they both are. Super pretty. I love them. You can do any of the sentiments on them. You don't have to do the hello. Let me show you guys. I didn't forget because I laid them up right out here. Some of the other cards I've made. Check out this one. Isn't that pretty? I embossed. I used Flirty Flamingo cardstock. I embossed the flowers in white. And then I used not Evening Evergreen. The other one. Soft Suede? No. Soft Succulent. I used, and I embossed the white on the Soft Succulent. This is that die in there, the circle. It cuts out. It's so pretty. It cuts out that beautiful circle. I used Petal Pink here. And then I glued the frosted dots along the circles of that die. And then if you guys can see in the background there, I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. I embossed it with that one embossing folder, the first one I showed you guys. And then I did the Versamark, the dots. This one showed up so much better because it's on the lighter paper. So I did that one. Isn't that one pretty, you guys? You guys, it's awesome. Then there's this one I did for a design challenge in one of the groups that I'm in. Again, I used that paper, or that die, and I used one of the designer series papers. And then, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I have Winka Stella on those flowers. These are the flowers that I cut out of that paper. So those same flowers that I cut out, I put on here. I did soft seafoam cardstock with the soft seafoam ink, cut those out, and then glued some of those little dots on there, and then did the thank you from that. Super, super fun, pretty. And then my last one, I don't know, this one's super pretty too. I took part of that designer series paper. You know how when you use the 6x6 you get those little strips? This is one of the strips from there. I put that down on a piece of basic white, and I cut out that funky background there, the beaded curtain we're gonna call it. And I did some balmy blue in the background here. I used one of the what do you call them things? Oh my gosh, my brain is gone. These things here. I used one of these things, and I inked up the background. And yeah, I love how this one turned out. And then I stamped out these two flowers in black, or the memento, and on basic white, and then I colored them in with the Stampin' Blends with balmy blue and blending brushes. Thank you, Donna. The blender brushes. Oh man. And then the yellow was Daffodil Delight. I colored in the inside, and then of course I stamped with balmy blue, and then the white, I cut the white flowers, or the leaves out, the petals there. And I actually popped this one up. I don't know if the card, you can see the dimension on it, but I glued this one flat and popped that one up. So that was fun too. I just created this like 10 minutes or 20 minutes before I logged on live. So there's a couple of them. I'm still playing with this set. This set is so much fun. So let me show you guys all of them. And then of course today's, I don't know if you can see that one, but yeah, there they are. So that is that. I hope you guys liked tonight's episode. If you guys, like I said, if you guys are not demos, you will be able to get your hands on this whole suite of products tomorrow. If you're a demonstrator, you can go in tonight and order right now. Let me flip you guys up here. I know I'm going to be upside down probably, right? Right? Am I? Yes, I am upside down. Hello, world. There we go. So, you guys can go and order this stuff now if you're a demo. If you're a customer, go ahead and place that order tomorrow. I do have a host code tonight. It's expiring tonight, so look for my new host code tomorrow, and use that with every order, and we'll see what March brings us. I'm excited with the online exclusives, so keep an eye out for the online exclusives. I will post in my shop on Facebook, and there'll be all kinds of, you know, newsletters and everything coming out to you to let you know, hey, we have another online exclusive happening. You're not going to be able to find these in a catalog. They're only going to be online, and I don't know how long. We weren't given a date as to how long they're going to be online for, so I'm not sure when the online exclusives will expire. So anyways, well, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and get your orders in to get your last free products through Saleabration, and join my team. All right, guys, thank you again. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.